And this morning, of course, we are celebrating the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. with a special tribute from some very thoughtful grade school students. ABC's Lindsay Davis has more on that. Good morning to you, Lindsay.
Good morning, Lara. What better way to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. than through the eyes of our children, specifically the Texas 4th and 5th graders who competed in the annual Gardere MLK Jr. Oratory Competition. When asked what the legendary civil rights leader's presidential campaign might look like, what they came up with was rather remarkable.
I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
His words moving a nation, that promised land inspiring generations.
If Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. were to run for president today, I believe that he would say this in his campaign speech.
We are a nation of promise and a land of opportunity.
My brothers and sisters, I challenge you to keep the dream alive and uplift one another.
We have made progress in the 21st century, but we have not overcome.
There is more that must be done. White and black lives must matter. Hispanic lives must matter. Native and Asian lives must matter. All lives must matter.
I am convinced that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because they don't communicate, and they don't communicate because they are separated.
Today's youth asking if King's message can build more bridges.
I am Muslim. If Dr. King were running for president, how would he treat me and my family? Just because our religious beliefs aren't the same does not mean we can't embrace these differences.
He meant we should all come together, all races, all cultures.
And if there was one thing our nation's kids would tell Dr. King,
Thank you.
Thank you for helping me be able to understand the right and the wrong things to do in our nation and our society today.
Thank you for being a role model to me and all of the people around the United States of America.
Thank you for everything.
For making our world a better place.
And one of the young Muslim girls that we heard from, part of her speech was actually spoken in Arabic, saying, you have to follow your dreams. That's the only way they will come true. And she was quick to point out that quote was her own, not his. Some of these kids were so profound and say that they are inspired by Dr. King. His dream certainly seems to live on with them. They're so impressive. They have that same fire in their belly, and even the delivery, it was kind of like that rhythm that he had. It was amazing.
Yeah, you can tell the words are there.
That's what I was going to say. Not only were they mimicking his speech pattern, you could see they understood exactly what they were saying. They believed it. I thought that was fantastic.
Goosebumps just watching.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was actually in Houston and Dallas as well. This
Well,
is
it should be
like everywhere, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.